going on, everybody on YouTube? I'm Rhashad Wilson, and welcome to Unashamed. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Hey, at Unashamed, we're walking this journey of life, trying to know God, walk in our purpose, and to become all we were created to be. And today I got a very special, very special guest.
Kind.
He's a brother. He's a man of God, a man that I look up to.
Come on.
Not only as a husband and a father, and as a son.
That's good.
Not my son, but
Of course,
a son of
no.
God. He's a business owner.
Come on.
Someone that is impacting the community, and someone that keeps me crisp and tip top. It's possible.
Precise.
Ladies and gentlemen, new to Unashamed fam, we got Mr. Cam Justin. Woo!
What's going on, everybody? Cam here. We're here.
Mr. Cam,
We're here.
We at the shop, sir. We're at the shop.
Yes, man.
So,
yes.
for those that don't know Cam, because I know Cam, but for those that don't know Cam, can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and where we're at?
Yeah, man. I'm Cam. You know, like my brother said, I am a local in Tallahassee, Florida, but I am originally from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Come on.
Wait, hold on. So say that one more time. You said
So
where I am?
So who you are,
Okay.
what you do,
What I do.
and where we're at.
Okay, cool. So I am. So we're here at the Chosen Image Barbershop, which is where I currently work, but I also own this establishment. And yeah, man, we're here in Tallahassee, Florida. Yeah.
We ain't just anywhere in Tallahassee.
No,
we at
man.
the shop, man.
We at the shop,
And so
though.
normally we're at the table, but today we're at the shop. So
Okay.
I came by and wanted to allow my brother to bless the people.
Yeah.
To give some words of wisdom.
Yeah.
I think we got an interesting conversation. You know, we tried this conversation once before, but we're here now, right? We're here now.
Yes. No, we're here.
And so
New beginnings.
There we go. Hey, thank you for grace. But
Yeah.
wanted to have a conversation again about manhood.
Okay.
You know, what that looks like, and I know that looks different for everybody.
Right.
Because everybody has, you know, different factors in their life.
Yeah. So, the manhood perspective you said was critical. So first, I am a son. I am a father, and I'm also a husband. So those are the three things that we definitely hit on earlier. But man, I'm just here, man. I'm existing, man. I'm trying to walk this thing out, this journey, and I think that like in this, man, my experiences are shaping me into like the man that I'm becoming. And man, I'm taking one day at a time, bro.
Yeah.
One day at a time. I'm thankful for where I've gone to and gone through to actually allow for me to open up a barbershop.
I don't think, and I don't mean to cut you off, but
No,
I don't
you
really
good.
think you know how like impactful that is, because you know, you can sit there and look at a barbershop as just, you know, it's just for people, you know, get a cut.
Right.
But I mean, this is truly, you know, this is impactful not only
Right.
to the community, but just to those that are around you, those coming after you. I mean, to sit there and have a vision of something and be able to see the fruition of it.
Right.
You know, I knew when you were at the other shop,
Right.
you know, that, you know, you told me that you looking to step out on your own, but not really anticipating, you know, what it is. Like this was not too long ago. You cut, I graduated from college December 2020.
Right.
December 2021.
Right.
We at your shop.
Right. Yeah. It's man, it's been crazy, bro. I've definitely learned so much. Like this, and I'm glad that it's been an encouragement to other people. It's also been encouraging to myself to see like what was thought of actually became a reality to me, bro.
Yeah.
It definitely was trials, lessons, tribulations, all those things, man. But it got me to this point, and like I'm thankful that we're here. Yeah. And it's cool to see like everybody is also like they're impacted by what I did,
right,
or just what I've done. So it's cool, man. Like to see how impactful what God has created through me to like start this. Yeah, it's also affecting other people around too. So like it's cool, man. It's cool.
Dope stuff.
Yeah.
So give us the rundown. So
right,
you came from New Orleans.
Right.
How'd you get to here?
New Orleans, dude. You know what I mean? So
on,
I'm
man.
originally from New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know, New
The
Orleans
Noya.
East, the
Come
Noya.
on, the Noya. They don't know about that, man.
The Nola. Listen, so all right, I'm originally from New Orleans, and we came out here after Katrina hit, which was in like '05 or something like that. And a few years after, I ended up being in Tallahassee. At first, I hated it, did not like it, but Tally grew on me over time.
Yeah.
And so I think through the years of me going through school and me being in different barbershops, it led me to actually learning so much about who I am as a person. Like Katrina and even growing up then, like the different, like just, well, I would say like hurricanes and stuff like that, man, it taught me so much that like I sort of took all those things with me. And it got me to this point to where the last shop where I was at, man, I grew a lot. I learned so much. And those things that I like just had to learn in like those lessons, it taught me a lot about endurance. It taught me a lot about what I would say, what like discernment, writing things down. And I think for a fact that brought me into like doing this barbershop, man. Like there was many times where what I would say like I definitely hesitated on jumping out, but man, literally if it wasn't for those experiences prior to me getting to this space, I looked for this actual location multiple times. I had people sending me different things on like I guess they were trying to put me in different locations, but it wasn't until I like sat down, listened to God, and like it brought me to this specific location where I am, and like I've been fruitful ever since.
Yeah. And I mean, I by now, like I know you probably saw some clips in the beginning of the shop,
Right.
and how beautiful it is. I mean, it's really a space that I mean, this is impeccable, man.
I appreciate it, man. It was also a woman's touch, man. I gotta give credit and honor to my wife, man. She helped me out, man. Wifey for lifey. Come on, man.
Come on.
We here. So she definitely helped me with the vision on like how I wanted to establish this look that we have. So it's been dope, man. Yeah, man. It's just a start though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait till we see and experience like in the future. You know. So it's cool, man.
Excited to be on the journey with you, man.
Shouts out to wife.
Hey. But so give us the rundown on like what that journey was like for you. So you started in barber school,
right?
And then you said you bounced around to a couple different shops, and then what was definitely the journey like for you actually securing this location, and even from day one of opening to today, like what has that journey been like?
Man, it's been nothing but grace for me, and by grace, like, man, I've had lessons that would have mentally broken down somebody who wasn't passionate for pursuing their purpose. And so it went from having a few mentors to trying to get with certain agents to find this location, and to the point to where I stopped trying to like physically, man, it's weird. Like I was looking, but like it almost was like once I stopped forcefully trying to look, this actual location fell into my lap, man. It was my mom sent me the location off of Zillow, my wife, and then my wife's best friend. They all sent me the same location, and not even knowing that they all were sending me this location, it sort of just fell in my lap. And yeah, man, it was bananas, bro. So for me, I sort of took it into stride and like called the agent. And so my experience to the previous agent to this person, it was like night and day. Like the first one, she had me like do so much stuff that really was just like, man, I didn't know it took all this, but that was my first experience. So when I stopped working with her at that location, they three sent me this same location. When I spoke to the guy who owns this place, man, it was like, man, what do you do? How much you make? Will you be able to pay for the building? All right, here's the lease.
Wow.
And I was like, I think you got to ask me some more questions
Right.
because the lady was like drilling me, bro. So like it was 9 day, and I feel like once I stopped trying to forcefully get a location and just rested in the fact that God was gonna take care of it, bro.
Come on.
Bro, this location literally fell into my lap, bro. It was crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, shouts out to God, man.
Shouts out to God.
Shouts out, man. So yeah, it was dope, bro. It was dope. And so like I've been here since I'm about to make a year.
What?
So yeah, man, it's small beginnings, but bro, like I'm learning so much, man. I'm learning every single day how to manage time, because once you become an entrepreneur, you have all the time in the world. So like strategically giving myself a structure, man, I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm constantly learning. So it's been good so far, bro. For sure.
That's what's up, man. Dope stuff.
Yeah.
So with that, with being an entrepreneur, I'm sure it's a lot of time that has to be invested. Like you said, there's a lot of structure that you have to have. But what drove you? What kept you going? What kept you? I mean, because again, like you said, when being an entrepreneur, stepping out on your own, you know, you have flexibility of a schedule.
Right.
So you could pretty much do what you want, come as you need to. And so what kept you going? What drove you? Because that's one thing that we talked about. And if you haven't checked out the video where I talked about talked with Maya about some problems that we see with men and women in relationships. But like that's one thing we talked about, where a lot of men aren't driven. A lot of men aren't. You know, they just don't have a passion, a desire, and again, it's not every man, but a lot of men really aren't driven. And so what keeps you going? What's kept you going from, you know, being where you were at an old shop to saying, no, I know that there's more out there, and so I'm gonna go get it. And from day one to now, continuing to go get it.
Man, that's a great question. For sure, like one of the things that kept me going was that I realized that I needed to have a mentor, bro. So I invested in a mentorship in the beginning, and I'm still in the beginning, but like I knew that like investing in a mentor with me investing financially in a mentor, it was that person being able to hold me accountable,
Yes, sir.
but also me investing my own money. That was going to hold me accountable. So like right off the bat, like I knew investing in a mentor who was further than where I was currently. And I think that like for me specifically, he was where I was striving to be and to become, in a sense of the style of the shop. There were different things that sort of I wanted to model after, but ultimately like I knew that I needed to get the ball rolling first. Yeah. So I invested in a mentor. I invested in the University of YouTube.
Okay.
So shouts out. And I saw so many different entrepreneurs that once I logged into one, and by logging in, I mean like once I saw one that spoke to me, I pretty much like did video like after video of watching what gems that they were given. And man, I took it one video at a time, bro. So like YouTube helped me, the mentor helped me, and I think seeing my kids every day gave me passion, gave my wife passion for me to like be invested into this, man. Like my kids coming in and saying like, yo, daddy, I'm at my shop. Bro, it blew my mind the first time I heard it, bro. Like when they recognized that this wasn't daddy's shop, that this was their shop just as much as it is like mine. I just work here, but like seeing that, bro, I think that gave me mad encouragement, bro. Wow. Yeah, no, like that was a great feeling to see like they are taking ownership of something. Yeah. Like, so I don't know, man. It was good, bro. Yeah. So that kept my fuel in the tank for sure. Yeah.
It's bigger than you.
It's bigger. It's way bigger than me, bro. Way bigger than me, man. Way bigger. And I'm thankful that it's bigger than me. So, man, seeing them, and even if they didn't even pursue barbering, like the biggest thing that I got into this was if my kids wanted to pursue entrepreneurship, like I didn't just give them like textbook, like this is how you do it. I can actually like attaching experience. Like, son, I've been through what you are probably going through.
Right.
And I thought that was far more valuable than me just telling them, hey, listen, like the ins and outs from a textbook.
Yeah.
No bashing on the textbook, but like, man, getting it out the mud, getting in the midst of what you're wanting to do, bro, that's the best teacher.
Yeah.
Like, the best teacher. So
gotta invest yourself. I mean, thinking about that, bro, like it being bigger than you. And I find that so many people, their goal, their hobby, their passion, their whatever they're working towards, it's very self-focused.
Yeah.
And I feel like whenever it's self-focused, whatever goal, whatever you're pursuing is self-focused, that's where it's gonna stop. Like it has to be bigger than you. It has to be in service to others. It has to be to add value to other people and to really be able to help others.
Right.
Because you may just be that interesting. Maybe you are, but I don't really think that most people are really that interesting that I want to sit there and get behind you getting behind yourself. I hope that made sense.
But I kind of get what you're saying. Like, there's only so much that you can offer. And I think these conversations, like, you piggyback off of other people. So you need people. Yeah. And I don't think anybody that actually has ever made it in histories, like, they just did it by themselves,
Self-made.
Bro. Like everybody needed somebody. Yeah. And I think that was the benefit, is that, like, not just needed, but like, you add value to myself. Like, the experiences that I've gone through would add value to somebody else, and then their value would be given as light or gems, whatever you would want to call it, to somebody else, bro. Absolutely. Like, I mean, it's a domino effect, pretty much, So,
I mean, and that's the whole thing about Unashamed. Like, that's what Unashamed is for. We're doing life with one another. And we're doing life, and this is the first time that I've actually shared this story. Now with you, but it's the first time that I'm gonna share this story. Is that Unashamed even came about because just for that reason, to add value to others. I was working with the young lady while I was working at a grocery store. Worked together for over a year. Right. Surface level conversations, and that's so much of us. We just have surface level conversations, and I opened up to her a little bit. Told her a little bit about myself and told her, about my past, about, toxic relationship that I was in, and how I was working through that. And she was just like, wow, like, this is what I'm going through. She kind of, opened her heart a little bit, and she shared her situation. And I was like, bro, I literally just went through the same thing. Like, and so I was able to share that value, able to share that experience with her. And I was able to change literally what she was going through. And so, like, how many of us are walking through life, we're doing life with people, whether it's our coworkers, our neighbors, people around us, to where they may be going through the exact same things we're going through, but we're just holding those gems, that value in, instead of sharing that. And I get it. Sometimes you don't want people in your business. I get that. But you can still share, you can have a conversation, you can share a story without having to give too much detail and still be able to impact somebody else.
Yeah. No, that's good, bro. That's really good. And I think everybody got something to share. Yeah. Like, everybody got something to share. You got something to share. Absolutely. I got something to share. You got something to share. And I think the more we see that, like, our experiences will benefit another person, it's tough being transparent, but, like, that's vital. Like, man, you are offering yourself to somebody in a sense of the need to be that encouragement for them if they're going through something. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's critical, bro. Absolutely. For real, that's critical. So, yeah, I tend to want to do that even in this space, man. Like, I have these vulnerable conversations, and it's all for the purpose of them seeing that, like, yo, like, I'm asking you to be just as vulnerable as I am. And it may not be the first conversation, but I want to open that door to where, like, you can tell me stuff. And if it's something that I guess I had an experience with, now I can offer that value to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the purpose on why I enjoy this craft, is that you have those intimate conversations with people. So it's dope, bro.
You get to build those relationships. Because, I mean, That's what we need in life. I mean, we literally we have relationships, and so, um, that's why we have to be the light, and we have to share the value that we have.
That's good.
Yeah, man. But switching gears, so you are a father,
Come on.
your husband,
Mm.
your son.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what
Yeah.
does manhood look like to you in light of all of that, personally?
Personally, I find myself having to keep a foundation, but also being willing to adapt. So if my kids need me to be gentle in a moment, and I have 3 beautiful young boys, 6, 4, and 1, and they need somebody who is sturdy, somebody who is reliable, somebody who's responsible, somebody who is, I guess, like I said, adaptable. Like, they need me to be whatever they need in that moment for, like that's who I need to be for them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one thing as far as a father, knowing like how I can give off correction or how I can lead my sons in a way to where they'll not only see daddy do it, but like give them a an open space. I think recently, like, people have been getting more so into like a mental health, and like I see that so valuable, because when my kids are crying or they don't want to tell me something, it's like it's because of a shame or maybe something. So I'm like, okay, how can I be daddy to them in this moment to give them the opportunity to express themselves? Wow. That's something that I really wasn't, not that my dad didn't teach me, but like I didn't have a moment where I can express myself in that manner to my pops. Like, so being a man in that moment or in that space is like, man, being able to adapt. I think that's foundational too. I think being able to adapt with my wife, knowing that like, hey, listen, like how I meet her needs is not how I would want to, like how I would want my needs to be met. You feel what I'm saying? We're 2 different people where I might want gifts. You feel what I'm saying? Like what everybody should have or have read the 5 love languages, I think it is. Man, listen, knowing what your spouse likes or knowing how they receive love is crazy.
It's next level.
It's next level, bruh. So to me, like, learning how she receives it was like a very valuable thing that I needed to learn earlier. And I think that, like, man, in time, man, I'm always learning how to be a man in different, I guess, scenarios too. So like, man, I think your experience will teach you how to become a man. And there's also leaders. There's also mentors. If you see people that really emulate what a man is, I think, man, grab on that. That's what I did. So like, my dad was a great man and a great example of what a man should be like. But man, there's so many different people that try to strive for that as well. And I think you could take bits and pieces from everybody, bro. So like I could take what it means to be a man from you as well, because you're a man too. So like I think, man, I'm just learning. Like I'm constantly learning what that means. So
I think that's one of the biggest things that you're learning. Because we're all on this journey. And just, I guess, staying in a humble place. Recognizing that you don't have it all figured out.
That's good.
That's
good.
And that there's always room for improvement. There's always an area of growth, an area of opportunity.
Always.
And so that's just a huge thing. But I mean, even thinking about, when it comes about being a man in 2021, 22, there's this conversation about what a high value man is, and a high value man, at least from what I've seen from the examples that's been given, a high value man is typically somebody that they've got the baggage. You know what I'm saying? Like
baggage claim.
Unless you got at least, I mean, 6-7 figures and making that consistently over a period of time, you're not high value.
One day though.
And I think that's tough because you're able to provide, I guess, value in that sense.
Financially.
But what about in other areas? What about your character?
Right.
I just feel like the high value man conversation is very limited in perspective.
It is. Man. One thing that, like, just to piggyback off of, we sometimes see the high valued man financially, and put him on a pedestal or I guess stage to where whatever he did financially, everything that he embodies is what it means to be a man.
That's tough.
And he may have terrible character traits, but to everybody, yo, he got the bag, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, like, how do you deal with your emotions? How are you, like, how healthy are your relationships around you? Like, those things matter, not just bread.
How do you speak to people?
How do you speak to people? How do you look people in the eye?
Yeah.
Like, how do you handshake? Like, all those different intangible traits make up what it means to be a human, but what is necessary for a man to lead.
Yeah.
And if you just got money, like, man, money is, man, it's such a finite trait to only have, and that be the epitome of a man. Like that's false. Yeah, very false. So,
tough.
I mean, it's dope to have it, but man, I would much rather teach my kids like how to be honorable.
Yeah.
Because not everything that you do and you get money on is not an honorable thing.
Absolutely.
Like how to be, walk upright, how to deal with failure, consequences. Like how do you get back up after failing? Like all those different things are valuable to me way more than money. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's unfortunate and sad, but I think things like this, like reshaping people's identity as far as what it means to be a man, is having conversations like this.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, this is valuable, and yeah, man, it's necessary. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you're getting some value from the conversation, definitely go ahead and hit the like button.
Please.
Because what that's gonna do is gonna put this video in front of more people, so that we can keep the conversation going. Because again, we, like you said, we really want to not only add value, but to give people a different perspective than what's out there. So good stuff, man.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's
man.
great, man. It's great.
Yeah,
So,
man. But I mean, a lot of men, base their identity, whether they say it or not, base their identity off the money they make or
bodies.
And when we say bodies, I hope that we're not talking about killing folks.
No,
but
sir.
In the women that they can get, in whatever, if they sell, what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like they basing their identity and their manhood on things that that can fail you at the end of the day.
Yeah. It sure can. And we've seen a lot of failures, more so than those who won.
Yeah.
A lot more failures. And like, I mean, it's an anomaly, bro. Like, yeah, you can go out and live that life, but I mean, what, you only go reap what you sow, bro. So if it's death that you sowing by selling certain things, like, hey man, don't be surprised if you reap death, or not just in a physical state, but if you mentally are not growing. Like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, man, you reap what you sow, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
I mean, even thinking about, like I said, the high value man conversation, it kind of makes me think about, the provider. A lot of times men, they think about, okay, well, what is a provider? A provider is a man who, he provides, he makes sure that the bills are paid.
Right.
He puts the food on the table.
Right.
He makes sure that there's money in the savings account.
Right.
But what about the other areas, especially women? And I know, if you're leaning in, ladies, right now, I know you can feel what I'm saying.
Man.
I'm just gonna keep it honest. There's so many other ways to be a provider. Of course, yes, financially, I believe the man should be a provider, but also emotionally, a man should be able to provide. As far spiritually, a man should be able to provide. So,
man,
if we bringing that to the high value man conversation, I feel like a lot of men that are high value may not be as high value.
No, and bro, like what you just said, like, it's so fire. Like, you can be a provider, not just financially, and really be leading your household. Yeah. Like, you don't have to just financially provide. It don't matter if, like, from experience, like, my mom and dad, my mom may make more money than my father or, like, pops, but I know without a doubt my dad is the leader because he provides so much more value outside of finances.
Right.
And to me, that's A1 how I know that it has to be bigger than money.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be. And so it's not just financially, bro. It's so many different things that really add value to a high valued man, that money just can't be the only thing that is the valuable trait in that high value man.
Yeah.
It's impossible. Like, and it's a wrong view.
Yeah.
Like, it's a wrong view. So yeah, that can't just be it. And what, like just one thing, just like from my experience, I remember like paying the bills. My wife didn't work as much, so she was more so at the house with the kids, right? And I remember like getting into like just disputes or arguments with my wife because I'm like, man, I'm putting the team on my back.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, bro, I was about to get team on my back tatted, bro, because it was like I was putting the team on my back, bro.
Yeah.
But all I was doing was paying bills. Like, my kids needed me to be like the example.
Yeah.
My wife wanted to spend time with me, and bro, I was giving myself to this career way more than those who mattered.
Yeah.
And man, I found myself falling short all the time.
Wow.
And so it can't just be about money. Man, I can go off of so many experiences where money, if that's the like focal point, bro, you go drop the ball every time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, every time, or majority of the time. In my experience, all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so in like that's just not what I value as like a high value thing in my life. Like, I would much rather like have my kids like love to be around me than daddy just provided.
Right.
Nah, like daddy was around, daddy walked with me, and like man, every Sunday I knew my dad and I would go on walks.
Yeah.
Bump the money, bro. That's way more impactful.
Yeah, and I mean,
Like,
just being honest, like I feel like it's so extreme. It's either you're a high value man and you really got the bag, or you broke. It's the only two options, and it's just, why can't we have both? I believe value is holistic. Value looks like, yes, I can do very well in my career or at my job. I can save, and that is important.
Right.
But I also have that those character aspects. You know, I'm respectful. I'm disciplined. I am emotionally healthy and available for my family, for my wife, for my children. It's not just, again, the bills are paid, but then you have an empty home. But that I can take care of all those areas and still get the job done.
I think that's critical. And you know what's crazy? Like just something that popped up in my mind is that, like, knowing to see that like you're taking the L in that area is being able to adapt.
Yeah.
Like, I was seeing my household like be very dry. Like, working 14 hours a day, 16 hours a day, and I'm giving 110%. That boy Eric Thomas, shouts out to ET. Like,
Hey, E.T.
he said something that was like revolutionary, bro. He was like, you wonder why your household is broken. You giving 110% to your career or to your job, and then you expect your wife to be geeked up whenever you give her 70%. And she's supposed to be like, bro, happy that you giving her that. Like, man, nah. Like, bro, I was so... Man, I took that line so intentional, and it's not good, y'all. But every now and then, like before I got home, if I was exhausted from the day, I would go and pop me an energy drink. It's not good.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't recommend it. But I understood that I had to give the same amount of energy, like that I gave to serving people here, because that was my purpose. But like, my purpose was my house first, and then this career. So
Come on.
I couldn't have a flourishing career if my house was like, man, just shook.
Yeah.
Like, no, it
Shambles.
couldn't be purposeful to me. Like, I think purpose you'll start to see it grow in every area, not just financially.
Yeah.
Like, my house would be in order. My space where I work will be in order. Everybody around me will be in purpose, because I'm adding that value to their lives. Like, you should be willing to say, hey, listen, like, not arrogantly, but like, man, I want to add so much value that people take away. Like, bro, every time I met with Cam, or every time I met with Shad, or just you, like, man, I was able to take something from that conversation or just that moment with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like, don't go popping energy drinks. But if you need it because you see the value that your family comes first, like, man, happy family, it makes me like do this so much better, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there would be times where I would want to go home, and then Ashley and my kids would send me a video, and like they'll be like, "Daddy, are you working?" Like, thank you for working, which is dope. This is why you need a great like wife, bro, or husband, just whoever, man or female, right? So like, you need that support, because when I felt like, man, I was getting burnt out here, the moment I saw and heard them say what they said, bro, it gave me so much more fuel, bro.
Yeah, and real quick, and if you haven't checked out the last episode, fellas, we talk about 5 qualities of that right woman.
Man,
you know that you got to know what qualities to get. And so you can find that the link to that video in the description, or it's gonna be in a card in this corner or in that corner, in a corner. But yeah,
man, she helped out so much, bro. But even with this coming to fruition, the look, but she bought into it. When she bought into it, I was like, man, this was worthwhile, bro.
Yeah,
it was beautiful, man. I'm telling you, because like, there was a point where she was like, yo, I'm going to your barbershop. Wow. She didn't seek ownership, bro. And not that she was seeking, but she didn't find value that it was hers just as much as mine.
Yeah.
And so when we were first doing this, like, she didn't buy in, but she knew that this is what I wanted to do. When she was like, yo, this is my shop, just like my kids, bro, I took it to a whole nother level. I said, bro, this is what I wanted. Because it's not mine, bro.
It's not yours.
It's not. Like, man, no. So
much bigger than you.
Yeah, man, you got to go check out that video, bro. Them 5 qualities, bro.
Yeah, the 5 qualities.
Yeah, bro, it's critical.
Come on.
It's critical.
But I mean, that's just that really is encouraging, man. Because I mean, like, even with with me, my wife has been. I don't even have the words to express to say like the level of support, the level of encouragement that she gives. And like, when you truly, like, I'm gonna be honest, let God lead you to the right woman.
Yeah,
I feel like and I'm talking to my fellas and even to my ladies, let God lead you to the right man.
Right.
I understand that everybody wants to be in a relationship. Everybody wants love and wants to be loved. But when you, pursue Jesus first, allow him to make you the right person.
That's good.
Everybody wants the right person, but everybody's not the right person.
That's a bar.
That's
a bar. Chocolate bar. That's a golden bar, sir. That's
Everybody wants the right person,
man,
but everybody does not want to become the right person,
man.
And it takes work, it takes time, it takes healing, it takes really pulling all the skeletons out of the closet,
all of them out.
Dealing with those, and I will say that everybody's journey is different. Where they meet that person along that journey. I met my wife. Now I met Maya. Through her journey, when I met her, she was still dealing with her ex, but
same though.
Yeah, for me. She was still dealing with her ex, and we were just friends. Like, I wasn't interested in her. I was focused on me, Jesus, and that was it. And so we became friends, and she recognized that the situation I'm in is not leading to life, and over time, after she left that, then God showed me that, hey, this is the woman that I want you to be with. This is your wife. And I knew that before we even started dating. But again, I was focused on becoming the right person. That's why I wasn't concerned about being in a relationship. I didn't look at her like that or any other woman, because I was focused on becoming the man that I knew that I wanted to be, the man that God created me to be, healthy, whole. I wanted to be that man.
That's good.
And so that was my focus. And so that really, if that's not your focus, I really encourage you, let that be your focus.
Right.
The single season, it may be tough, ladies, fellas, it may be a struggle, but I guarantee you it's worth it investing the time in yourself now. Because how would it look like if I would have met, like, let's say Maya, the woman that she is today, let's say I would have met her back in the day when I was really wilding. I would have squandered a blessing. I would have, I wouldn't have been able to handle the blessing, the woman that she is today when I was in my foolishness. So yeah, focus on becoming who God needs you to be. And then so that you can actually be ready. I mean, first of all, do it for yourself. Do it for God, do it for yourself. But then when the right person does come, you'll be ready to handle the blessing.
That's good. Yeah, man, that's counting the cost.
Yeah.
It's counting the cost. Like, you gotta know that, like, counting the cost matters. Like, are you ready, like, man, as an individual to be in a relationship with somebody who is imperfect just as yourself? But like, are you mentally ready? Just everything, man, that's good, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be ready. And I think that, like, you won't really know if you just out here searching. But it's like, like, I think what you said, like, she saw traits and qualities in you that made her like, yo, this is actually the person who I need to be with. And I think that you were focusing on yourself, bro. Like, not selfishly, but like, man, it was intentional. Like, you need to focus on yourself. And that's counting the cost to me. I think you just got to figure out, like, are you the person you need to be? But that was a bar, bro. Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was fire.
That's tough. But I mean, again, like that's the whole purpose that Unashamed is about. Again, to share the value, share the experiences, share the lesson that you've learned, and be able to impact somebody else. So, man,
Yeah, you impacted me just then.
I'm glad I was able to bless Mr. Cam. But man, what's just to wrap up? Like, what's one piece of advice, like one thing that you would leave the people with, like anything that we talked today?
Yeah, man, can I narrow it down to one? It's gonna be difficult. Like, detach from everything and everyone for like a time. I'm not saying just go off the grid, but in going off the grid for a time, like, learn yourself. Learn that purpose comes from the one who gives you purpose. In my experience, I leaned into having a relationship with the Lord. In doing so, man, he gave me what it means to have character, what it means to be honorable. So if I could say have a relationship with the Lord for everybody, that would be the start. But I know everybody may not do so. So in doing that, outside of that, I mean, just be intentional with, like, learning about yourself before you can try to learn somebody else. Like, it just is always gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Like, learn yourself, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
Dope stuff.
Yeah.
Man, well, I mean, like I said, that relationship with Jesus, first and foremost, that's the foundation. I mean, we would not be the men that we are.
Well, sure wouldn't.
If it
sure
not
wouldn't.
be for Jesus. So,
It'd be trash.
Yeah, trash
can, yeah, all that, man.
Basura.
It'd be,
Come on.
Don't know what that means, but
Trash in Spanish.
okay,
Come on, man.
Okay.
Yes, sir. But man, definitely appreciate you.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. This was good.
Man, where can people find you? What's your social media? Where's the shop?
Dope. Yeah. So I have two like IGs, but to sum it all up, if you go to at the Chosen Image on Instagram or on Facebook, you can find me there. I'm located in Tallahassee, Florida, Midtown Tally. The address is on there, but for those who may not search, it's 1724 Thomasville Road, Midtown Tally, yo. So come and check me out. Yeah, man. I don't think you regret it at all.
Absolutely not.
Nah.
And if you want to know, man, who keeps your man so crispy, you know, I don't have the waves no more. But you want to know who keep me crispy? Hey, man, Cam is the guy to go to.
You know, precision.
Absolutely.
Preservation.
Preservation is key. Preserve the youth.
Preserve the youth.
Gotta preserve the youth because them things be sharp. Gotta preserve the youth. That's so funny.
That's cool.
But yeah, so I appreciate it. I mean, it's been a dope conversation.
Yes.
So welcome to the Unashamed family. You're
Unashamed.
You're permanently on the Mount Rushmore of Unashamed.
I'm here.
And so
I'm
I
here.
definitely appreciate you. Hey, if you found value in this video,
Please.
if there was something that you learned that you just stuck with, definitely. I mean, that's the question of the day is, what did you take away? One piece of piece of value that you took away from this conversation. So definitely comment that down below. And if you found value in the video, definitely, and you haven't subscribed already, join the family. Join the Unashamed fam.
Do it.
Be a part of the fam. Walk through this journey of life with us. We want to walk through this journey of life with you. And so, anything else?
Nah, man. I mean, hey, listen. Hit them comments, man.
Come on.
Let us know. I mean, if it's more than one, drop them all, man.
Hey.
Drop them all.
Share with your friends.
Share.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just hold on to it.
Don't do
Share
that,
with
man.
your friends.
Don't
share
do
with
that.
your family.
That's not nice.
Yes, sir. But I'm Rhashad.
I'm Cameron.
And this
Come
is
on.
Unashamed.
Unashamed.
Each and every Friday.
Come on.
We live.
Let's go. But
Keep the peace.